All right, so when I first started thinking about what I wanted to do my PE talk on, my first idea was to talk about confidence in female students and specifically in the weight room. Sorry. And so I started thinking about it. I started working with female students in the weight room, and I started to really notice their attitudes and their behaviors. And then I started to realize that those were the same things that I was seeing in my own physical education classrooms. And so I started to really think about how confidence isn't something that's specific to females. It's not specific to a certain setting. It's something that impacts all students, and it can happen in any situation, in any setting. Now, other people have said it tonight too, but the main goal of physical education and my goal as an educator is to teach my students that they should be and help them to develop a lifelong habit of being physically active. And unfortunately, what I've been seeing at my high school is a lot of students who have the belief that if I'm not good at something, what's the point in trying? And I've been seeing that through a lack of motivation, a lack of participation. They're not engaged in the lessons. And I've actually noticed situations, so in a volleyball unit, we had students who would stand there like they had cinder blocks attached to their feet and watch as the ball went right by them and let it hit the ground. In softball, I've had students that try to sneak to the end of the batting order so that they don't have to step up to the plate. And in that same unit, students that are out in the field would physically move out of the way to avoid trying to catch the ball or field it and have to make a play. And so I'm thinking about these students and their lack of motivation, participation, effort, and realizing that they're not going to choose to be physically active outside of school. If they won't do it when I'm there telling them to, they're not going to do it outside of school either. And that's totally contradicting my entire goal. So one way that I've started making changes and noticing that they're doing that they're not confident in their abilities, is just to provide opportunities for them to be successful. So making modifications, making changes to my lessons, giving them time to practice their skills has really gone a long way in improving their confidence. So I noticed that I had, with my softball unit, we would have one person from the batting team would be the pitcher. And so the idea is that they're trying to toss a ball that the batter can hit so that the batter actually can be successful. They're not trying to strike them out. And so after seeing that, then I saw students who didn't feel anxious coming up to bat. They weren't trying to go and hide. They were coming up and they were batting and they were feeling comfortable with it. So another way that I've been doing that is through positive feedback. These students if they don't have the experience, they don't know that they're doing something wrong. And a lot of my students don't have experience in the activities that we're playing. And so giving them that feedback really allows them to know that they're doing something wrong and how to fix that. And it also shows them that they are noticed, that their teacher cares about them, wants them to be successful, and provides that self-worth for them. In my experience, and I think that this is something that is portrayed over several years, so it happens in elementary school, it happens in middle school, it happens in high school, and these students feel that they are not being successful in these skills. And so we need to start forming this habit and building that confidence at the elementary level, working all the way up through high school and building that. I've seen how detrimental it can be to students' both physical and mental health. And I think that physical educators really they cannot neglect the fact that confidence is the key in motivation, two, in engagement in their classrooms, and ultimately then in our entire goal of improving the likelihood that students will actually be physically active throughout their entire lives. Thank you.